I wanted to focus on a couple of more things today with you. To focus on distance. I got my driver in my hand, and how to get a little bit more distance than you would normally do. So a few key things. Firstly, flare your 2 feet out. That'll help you get a better and more complete turn of your core, and your shoulders, leading your backswing. That turn is what's going to give you a bit of power. The second is you want to hinge your wrist early, because as you come through, that's what's going to give you the power. If you look at the clip on Louis Oosthuizen, you'll see it's nice and easy, and he lets his hands be much softer through the ball, and yet he still averages 300 yards in his drives. So, turning early, wrist hinge early. Turning early, wrist hinge early will be key to giving you more distance than you would otherwise get. Opening your 2 feet out, stance a little closed for your baby draw, so that you're coming through, and as you open your hips, you come through, you can release those wrists that you just set up for. A couple of other things worth checking out is to look at slightly more flexible shaft, but stable shaft, and a lighter club head. You've probably seen people doing clips on Autoflex, the very flexible shaft. Of course, that is a huge added cost, but even stock shafts these days with most manufacturers provide, from Mitsubishi, from Fujikura, Fubuki, many others, UST, Mamiya, Helium, they do some really light shafts. And particularly as you get more senior, the lighter shafts just gives you that more of a whip as you come through. So think about the shaft in relation to the head as well. A few more other things. First, we work on flexibility. At the end of the day, flexibility in your mobility will give you more comfort in the turn and more able to do more of a turn. Comfort in the turn and more able to do more in the turn. That is quite important to work on separately to the driver or the clubs themselves. You may want to consider more loft. So for example, in fact, I have a 12-degree loft driver. I set it at 11, and that just means that I have no issue about getting the ball up in the air at all, and no issue in whipping it through, because I know it has enough loft. I don't have to worry about the launch. And obviously the ball position is also key in windy times, like the current Abu Dhabi Championship. When it's extremely windy, obviously you want to tee it down a little bit. You want to keep the ball back a couple of inches to keep it up low and under the wind. But ordinarily, of course, it's in line with your front heel, and you're going up on the ball, and that's where your loft will count, and that whip will give you the distance. Finally, two more things. Going back is more important than going forward, because as you come down, automatically your cub will lead your body. So don't worry so much about the going forward part. It's the going back part, with that flexibility, with that wrist hinge, with that early turn. That's going to be more important. And take it nice and slow back. Nice and slow back. And then finally, of course, you can use the ground and ground extension to get that little bit more of a whip. So those are all the key things to get more distance, not only from your driver, but even from other clubs. Ball position being key, the right club, the back movement and turn. Nice, easy hands, whipping through, balanced finish. Try it. I'd be surprised if one or more of these things don't help you add a few more yards to your shots and to your drive. See you on the flip side, my friends.